Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today is another video in the introduction series of our new Wingfield court, where I'm going to be talking you through the basics of using one of the modes called drill mode. Now if you haven't seen any of my videos about the Wingfield court, I've made two so far, one introducing the court and one showing you how to check in, so it'll be worth looking at those first before jumping into this video. For me as a tennis coach, when working with my players, I have found all of the different modes really useful for my players. Drill mode in particular is fantastic for benchmarking progress. When you check into the app, you'll have a dashboard, and on your dashboard you'll have scores for your forehand, your backhand and your serve on the deuce and the ad side. And these scores are generated through drill mode, giving you a really quick way to track your progress and to set yourself targets to improve your game. Now as you saw in the previous video, it's really easy to check into the Wingfield Smart court. Make sure you've downloaded the app first, sign in using the QR codes, and you'll be faced with the three settings. Let's check in now so I can show you what the screen looks like. So to set up drill mode, it's very simple. Using your app, you need to check in to the Wingfield box as we did before. You can either check in on your own using my QR code on both of the cameras here, but if you're playing with somebody else, they can check in their phone on one side and you on the other side. Once you've done this, make sure you're on the correct end of the court, then simply click on mode and you'll have three options. We have start match, start free play or drill. We're going to use drill mode today. On the next screen, you'll see the option to choose between ground strokes and serves. Now, as I mentioned before, in drill mode, you can gain progress scores for your forehands, your backhands and your serves. So let's say I choose ground strokes. On this screen you have a couple of options. Now depending on your setup, you could choose team if you're looking to play with somebody else at the other end. If you choose team, you'll both get scores for your dashboard. However, if you're on your own or you're playing with a coach, you can click basket. What that means is you're only going to get recorded scores from one end of the court, the end that you're hitting at. This way, if you're using a ball machine, the shots coming out of it will not be recorded by the Wingfield box, only your returns will be. The same goes for if you're playing with a coach. We don't want the coach's feeds to be recorded, we simply want the player's score recorded. One thing to bear in mind if you are using this mode is to make sure that your ball machine or the coach is positioned in an area which isn't going to be in the way of where you're hitting your shots. We want the camera to be able to have a clear vision of where your target area is. Once you've selected basket or team, you'll then be able to click on one of the tennis balls on the court to set your target zone. You can aim into the deuce corner of the court or the ad corner of the court. If I were to have chosen serves on drill mode, the screen will look similar. However, you won't have the option to choose between basket or team, as you'll be recording your own serves by yourself. All you need to do is to set your target area. As you can see, we've got a target in the deuce court or the ad court at either end. So choose your selected target as we did on the ground strokes one and click start drill. Once you click start drill, you'll be able to get started whether you're doing ground strokes or serves. It's important to get quite a few repetitions in to make sure that your score is accurate. I tend to hit at least 10 serves when I'm doing serve mode, or I try to go for at least 20 ground strokes when hitting forehands and backhands. That way you'll get a really robust score and a good average overall. If you hit less shots, it can be slightly unrealistic. You could hit one or two really good serves or forehands, which could sway your score. At the end of the day, we want the score to be realistic so that we can track your progress effectively. Once you finish your session, simply click end session. It will ask if you want to end this session. You will click yes. It will tell you that the session is being analysed, and then finally there will be a screen with your score. Now the score is broken down into your accuracy score and your speed score, and in the center of the screen you'll see your overall score for that drill. If you want to have another go at that drill, you can click same drill again, or if you want to have a go at a different drill, maybe you want to practice a different shot, you'll click other session and then you'll go through the mode settings again until you start the session. Once you've closed the Wingfield box down and you've logged out, all of the scores will be uploaded into your app, where you'll be able to see your overall high scores on your dashboard or a breakdown of each drill that you've done in that session. In a second, I'll explain in a little bit more detail about how the scoring system works in drill mode so that you can get the most out of that setting when using it. But before that, I'm going to show you a little bit about how the app looks when you go into your drill mode once completing the session. So once you finish your session, as I said, all of your scores will be uploaded into the app. You need to click the three bars at the bottom left, which will bring up all of your progress and your activities. Now on the progress screen, you will be able to see your dashboard. And as you can see on here, I've got a score for my forehand, my backhand, and my serves. Overall, my score is 47.4. strokes. Now what this does for me is it drives me to try to improve all of those strokes, and it gives me a little bit more motivation to get out there and practice. But if you want to look at any drill session in particular in a bit more detail, you can click activity at the top of the screen. Once you go in there, you'll see that there are 4 icons along the top of the page. You have a tennis ball, which is all of your sessions. You'll have a trophy, which shows you your matches. You have a tennis racket, which shows you all your free play sessions. And finally, you have 3 tennis balls, which marks all of your drill sessions. So click on those 3 tennis balls and you'll be able to see your drills sessions history. Now click on your chosen session and you will have a breakdown of all of the stats that you want to see. On the first page in your session, you will see your overall score, as you saw on the Wingfield box. If you swipe through, you'll see a more detailed breakdown of where every single ball landed in that drill. And if you swipe through again, you'll be able to see the speed of each of your shots in a graph form. You'll also see 4 icons at the top if you want to see even more detail for looking at placement, height, and also the speeds of your shots. When looking at the speeds, it will give you an average speed and your fastest speed. And above all of those stats, you should be able to see video footage of that session, which can be really, really handy for coaching or for watching yourself back. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be talking a little bit about how the scoring system works in drill mode. It's a very sophisticated system that tracks the speed and the accuracy of your shots combined to give you a score out of 100. Now 100 is really, really difficult to get. In fact, it's based on professional tennis players playing at the top of their game, hitting their shots as hard as they can and with pinpoint accuracy. So we should never expect to get 100. But what this scoring system does is it allows for every single level of player to have room for improvement. So if you saw Serena Williams and Roger Federer playing on the court, it would be incredibly tough for them to score 100 points. Now, when we talk about speed, it's pretty self-explanatory. The faster your shot travels, the higher your score will be. But we know that power is not everything in tennis. The accuracy score is based on how close your shots land to a given target. And I'll show you where those targets are for each drill. So when you're using ground stroke mode, you will have seen there were 4 targets on the Wingfield box screen. There would be a target in the juice corner, in the ad corner, at both ends. Now specifically, that target is 1 meter from the singles line and 1 meter from the baseline. If you manage to get your shots to land exactly where this tennis ball is, you will get the maximum score. However, the further from your target your shots land, you slowly start to lose points. Points will also be deducted if your shots land out of the court and also if your shots go into the net. So when looking to get a really good score on drill mode, it's really important that A, you're getting your shots over and in, but B, we're getting them near to this target zone. This target is in exactly the same position on the other corner of the court, 1 meter from the baseline and 1 meter from the singles line. When hitting serves in drill mode, you'll notice that the target zone is an L shape, just like this. So what the Wingfield box is looking for with regards to accuracy is your ability to hit your serves deep near to the service line or wide near to the singles line. This is the same on the ad court as well. So any serves that land in this zone will give you maximum score. Anything that lands shorter, your score will start to drop. And the same goes for if you miss balls long or wide or in the net, points will be deducted. So there you go. There was a brief overview of how you can use drill mode on your Wingfield court. Like I said at the start, I use this a lot with my players as it gives you tangible evidence to go away and work on given shots. The nice thing about how the dashboard looks on your app is it shows your high scores. So if you struggle in 1 week and next week you manage to beat your score, it will be updated with your highest score. So you can constantly look to progress. So whether you're a coach like me or you're a player trying to improve your own skills, be sure to check out drill mode. It can be a real game changer for progressing your skills and giving you areas to focus on and targets to aim towards. In my next video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about match modes, so stay tuned for that. Thanks as always for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.